Sarah, relax, okay? You're overthinking this. It's gonna be fine. Sure, my family can be a little formal, but they're not bad people at all.
I know, you're right. I am just nervous, that's all. Sorry.
Don't apologize. It's totally normal to be nervous before meeting the families for the first time. Besides, we're doing this dinner at one of the nicest restaurants in town. Honestly, I think I'm more worried about whether my family's going to think we're trying too hard.
Trying too hard? Are you kidding me? I'm the one freaking out over here. Your family's so accomplished, and mine is, well, just normal. I keep worrying they'll think I'm not good enough for you.
Sarah, stop! That's not something you should stress about. Look, my parents are doctors, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything when it comes to you and me. There's no such thing as being out of someone's league.
I know, but it's hard not to think about it sometimes.
Hey, there's something else you should know. My parents spend a lot of their time on charity and social projects. They really care about helping people and fighting inequality. I promise they are not the type to look down on anyone.
I actually read that article your dad was featured in. About his volunteer work at the free clinic and his foundation supporting healthcare in underserved communities. I thought it was incredible. He must be so busy balancing his practice and all that outreach work.
He is, but that's who he is. And my mom, too. Honestly, they're the kind of people who hate judgment and discrimination more than anything. They would never make you feel like you don't belong.
I guess part of my anxiety is my past. I didn't want to bring it up, but I keep remembering what happened with my ex. His parents told me I wasn't good enough for their family. It was humiliating.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. That was awful. And then your ex just sided with them instead of standing up for you, right?
Exactly. He broke up with me that same week. I still get angry when I think about it.
That would devastate anyone, Sarah. But listen to me, that is not going to happen tonight. If my parents were anything like that, I wouldn't even be taking you to meet them.
Thank you, Keith. I really needed to hear that.
Always. You've got nothing to prove to them. You're with me, and that's what matters.
Okay, I'll try to breathe.
Good. Now finish getting ready. I'm already in the car waiting.
Wait, what? You didn't tell me you were ready! I'm so sorry. I'll be there in a minute.
Take your time. Honestly, I'm nervous too. If you stall a little, I wouldn't mind. It gives me a few more minutes to calm down. If we're late, I'll just take the blame.
We are not showing up late, Keith. No way. I'll be ready in 2 minutes, I promise.
All right, I'm holding you to that.
Sarah, hi! I asked Keith for your number. I wanted to thank you for coming all the way out here today.
Oh, Jessica, hi! Please, you don't need to thank me at all. Thank you for inviting me. The dinner was amazing, by the way. I really appreciate everything.
Well, yes, that restaurant is very well known and very exclusive. The food there is expected to be excellent. It's like looking at the rain and saying, "That's water."
Okay. I don't exactly get the metaphor, but... excuse me for a moment. I just need to step away to respond to a work message real quick. I'll come right back, I promise.
Actually, Sarah, since you've stepped out, I'd like to ask you to stay there for a moment. Don't come back to the table yet. I'd like for the two of us to have a private conversation, just you and me.
Oh, okay. Is everything all right?
I'll get straight to the point. I'd like you to leave for today.
What? I'm sorry. Did I hear you right? You want me to leave? Did I do something wrong?
I think you know what I mean. Your behavior today, and your parents as well, was disappointing.
Our behavior? I'm sorry, could you explain? Did I say something inappropriate?
It's not just what you said, it's how you carry yourself, Sarah. Even the way you ate tonight, you had no sense of etiquette. You went straight for whatever you wanted, picking at dishes without thinking about the proper order.
Oh, I honestly thought as long as I finished everything on my plate, it would be fine.
Leaving food would have been far worse, of course, but eating without restraint like that, it lacks refinement.
I see. I didn't realize. I'm sorry, the food was just so good that I didn't think about it.
I wonder, have you and your parents simply never had proper meals before?
I'm sorry? By proper meals, do you mean like the high-end courses we had tonight?
Exactly. This is normal for our family, but you come from a very different background, don't you?
It's true, my family doesn't often go to restaurants like this. But we've never felt ashamed of the meals we've had.
So your family doesn't dine at upscale restaurants even once a week?
Once a week? We're lucky if it happens once a year.
The more I hear, the clearer it becomes. You are not suitable for Keith.
Excuse me? But earlier at the table, you said such kind things about me.
I said what was appropriate in front of everyone. I wouldn't embarrass you publicly, but privately, I want to be honest. You should not be here.
Jessica, may I ask why, specifically? What exactly makes me unsuitable for Keith?
Our family is full of doctors, generations of them. Keith may still be young, but he's following in our footsteps. He's built a future that matches the standards of this family.
So, because I'm not a doctor, I don't deserve to marry him?
That's part of it. Frankly, I have to question whether you're even on the same level as us at all.
Wow. Should I have been worried I had tentacles coming out of my mouth or something? Because last I checked, I'm human.
A person who doesn't understand basic etiquette is no better than an animal. Honestly, a monkey might have behaved with more composure tonight.
Wow, okay.
Let me put it bluntly. In this family, anyone who is not a doctor is not considered equal. You cannot become part of this family as you are. You'd be better off going back to where you came from.
That's extreme. If you truly believe anyone outside of medicine isn't human, then I have news for you. That means most of the planet doesn't qualify.
If people were living meaningful, respectable lives, they'd strive to be doctors.
Are you actually serious right now?
Completely.
Jessica, earlier tonight, you proudly talked about how much your family gives to charity. You said you believe in creating an equal, inclusive society. That you're against inequality, against discrimination. Do you hear yourself right now?
Of course I do. I have always fought against discrimination and inequality. I've worked for a world where everyone has the same opportunities.
Then how do you reconcile this? You are literally telling me I'm unworthy of being here because I'm not part of your profession. That is discrimination.
No, you don't understand. This isn't discrimination, it's distinction. There's a difference. I'm not judging you, I'm simply recognizing the gap. It's like saying if you don't have a license, you shouldn't drive a car. That's not discrimination, it's just common sense.
That is not even remotely the same thing.
Sarah, I've entertained this conversation longer than I should have. I never intended for Keith to bring someone into this family who doesn't understand our standards. If you're not willing to leave on your own, then I will be the one stepping away. I'll make sure Keith understands that I cannot approve of this relationship.
So, that's really it then?
It is. I'm telling you this privately because I don't want a public scene, but consider this my request. Go home.
Thank you for making your opinion clear, Jessica. But you should know this. I love Keith, and Keith loves me. We are building our own life, whether you approve or not.
We'll see about that. I've already spoken with your parents, Sarah. I explained everything and they've agreed to the conditions. You've met back up with them by now, right?
Met back up, yes, but if I'm being honest, they didn't exactly look in agreement. They seemed uncomfortable.
Of course they did. That's because they didn't get what they came for. Your family thought marrying into a family of doctors would give them access to money and influence, and now that it's slipping away, they're disappointed. It's obvious why they're here, Sarah.
Excuse me? That's not fair at all. That's not what this is about.
Please. I could see it written all over their faces tonight. Your parents had that hungry look, sizing up the family assets the entire time. It was unsettling, to say the least.
That's not true. My parents
have never had a proper lifestyle, have they? I can tell by the way they acted, the way they looked at the food, even the way they spoke. Honestly, Sarah, I find it hard to believe they're living like normal people.
Did you seriously just say my family isn't normal?
I did, and I stand by it.
All right then. If that's how you want to play this, Jessica, I'll destroy your hospital.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me?
You heard me. You've been sitting here tearing my family apart, insulting where I come from, looking down on me and everyone I care about. I'm done sitting here politely pretending that's okay.
Oh, so now I'm finally seeing the real Sarah. Listen to yourself, throwing around threats and using that filthy language. What a lovely little meltdown.
Jessica, you've been showing your real self this entire time. I'm just matching your energy. And trust me, if you think I won't fight back, you're wrong.
Go ahead, try. Do you honestly think someone like you could do anything to hurt me? You and I live in completely different worlds, Sarah. We are not equals, and we never will be. Socially, economically, in every possible way, you don't measure up.
Isn't that interesting? Because just a few hours ago, you were bragging about your charity work. You said your entire family was committed to fighting inequality, bridging gaps, and making society fair for everyone. Do you even hear yourself right now?
That's not contradictory at all. You're just too naive to understand.
No, I understand perfectly. You go on stage, smile for cameras, and talk about equality. But privately, you sit here saying entire families are beneath you.
I don't think you understand how society actually works. Bridging the gap between groups isn't about dragging everyone upward. The real solution is removing the lower tiers entirely. If you eliminate the weak links, the inequality disappears by itself.
Wow. I'm sorry, are we still talking about dinner, or did you just step straight into the role of a dystopian movie villain? Because that sounded terrifying.
Oh, don't be dramatic. I am realistic. Some people simply don't belong in certain spaces. That's not cruelty, Sarah. That's the natural order of things.
And yet, you have the audacity to call me naive? I can't decide if you're aware of how extreme you sound, or if you've convinced yourself this makes sense.
Keep mocking me all you want. It doesn't change the truth. I will explain everything to Keith myself. I'll make sure he understands the situation clearly. And once he does, you'll walk away because deep down, you know we were never supposed to mix.
Wow, so now you're the tragic heroine sacrificing her son's happiness for his future. You've got quite the roleplay going on here.
Excuse me?
You're delivering lines like you're auditioning for a drama. The worlds we live in are too different, Sarah. We should have never crossed paths. Do you hear yourself?
I cannot believe your attitude right now. Do you think this is funny? Do you think this is a joke?
Oh, I think this is sad. Sad that you're so obsessed with controlling appearances that you can't see your son as his own person. Sad that you pretend to care about equality while saying things like, eliminate the weak. Sad that you're terrified he might be happy without your permission.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I think I do. And here's the reality, Jessica. You can say whatever you want, but you do not get to decide my worth. You do not get to decide Keith's happiness. And you sure as hell don't get to talk about my family like they're trash. I'm not going anywhere. You can plot, you can whisper, you can try to push me out all you want. But Keith and I are building our life together, whether you approve or not.
You really think Keith will choose you over his family?
He already has, and that's what scares you the most, isn't it? Jessica, you've spent this entire night talking down to me, belittling my family, and calling me less than human. I put up with it because I wanted Keith to have peace, but I'm done letting you control this narrative.
You're making a mistake, Sarah.
Maybe. Or maybe I'm just finally standing up for myself.
This isn't over.
Mom! What the hell is this?
Keith, wait, where are you right now? You weren't at the table earlier. Were you with Sarah?
Yeah, I was with her. She showed me everything, Mom. I read every message you sent. I know exactly what you said to her. I can't believe you. What the hell are you doing?
So, the last-minute break was a lie after all. I should have known.
Yeah, it was. I knew something felt wrong when I saw the way you were acting with her parents. The cold looks, the passive-aggressive comments. I brushed it off, but now it all makes sense.
And why exactly are you so shocked? I said nothing but the truth. I want the best for you. Expecting high standards for the woman who's going to marry my son isn't wrong.
Stop acting like this is about high standards. It's not. This is about you crossing every line imaginable. The way you spoke to Sarah, the way you talked about her parents, it's disgusting, Mom.
Are you seriously accusing me of being disgusting? You? My own son? Keith, you've been blinded by her. You're not thinking straight.
No, I am thinking straight. I'm finally seeing things clearly. You've been hiding behind this perfect image for so long that you think you can say whatever you want, treat people however you want, and no one will call you out. Well, I'm calling you out now.
Oh, so now I'm the villain in your little story? Fine. If protecting you makes me the bad guy, so be it.
Protecting me? That's what you call humiliating Sarah's parents in front of everyone? That's what you call talking down to her like she's beneath us? That's not protection, Mom. That's prejudice.
I cannot believe you're taking her side right now. You've known her for what, 2 years? I raised you. I've been here for 32 years of your life, Keith. I've sacrificed everything for you. And this is how you repay me?
This isn't about loyalty. This is about right and wrong. And what you did tonight, what you've been doing for months behind her back, is wrong.
You think you know everything, but you don't. That girl doesn't belong in this family, Keith. And deep down, you know it too.
You sound exactly like those patients who accused you last year. Do you even hear yourself now? The tone, the contempt, the superiority? I didn't believe the rumors when they came out about how you refused to treat someone because of who they were. I defended you. I told everyone they were lying. But now, hearing you talk like this, I don't know if I was wrong to defend you.
Excuse me? You're seriously bringing that up again? I told you those accusations were false. I've spent years helping this community, Keith. Years. I don't turn people away. That patient was twisting the story to make me look bad.
Was he, though? Because from where I'm standing right now, it doesn't sound like he lied at all.
This is unbelievable. I can't believe Sarah has gotten into your head this much. You used to be rational. You used to understand what this family stood for.
This family? You mean your image, your pride, your status. You keep talking about our standing in the community like it's the only thing that matters. Like people are chess pieces you can move around.
That's not what this is about. You're oversimplifying everything. That patient you're so eager to defend, he came in without insurance, Keith. No ID. He was yelling at the nurses, demanding we see him immediately like we owed him something. Do you have any idea how many people try to take advantage of us?
He was in severe abdominal pain, Mom. He was desperate. He wasn't thinking clearly. You think someone screaming for help is arrogant? God, do you even hear yourself?
You have no idea what it's like to be in my position. I'm a human being, too. I don't owe every single person who walks into my office blind obedience, especially when they come in hostile and demanding. That wasn't discrimination, Keith. That was me setting boundaries. I chose who I treated.
You chose? Do you hear how cold that sounds? You didn't see a human being in pain. You saw a problem.
This is getting ridiculous. You're making me sound like a monster.
I'm not making you sound like anything. You're doing that yourself. And the worst part is you don't even see it.
So what? You're just going to side with her and throw away everything?
This isn't about Sarah versus you. This is about me seeing who you really are. I don't even recognize you anymore.
Keith, don't you dare say that. I am your mother.
You're my mother, yeah, but right now you're acting like someone I don't know. And I can't keep pretending this is okay just because we're related.
So what now? You're going to leave? Is that it?
Yeah, I'm leaving with Sarah. We're going home. And after tonight, I don't think I'll be coming back here.
You cannot be serious. You'd walk away from this family over her?
I'm walking away because I can't keep doing this, Mom. I can't build a future with someone I love while constantly fighting the people who are supposed to support me.
Keith, stop this. Be rational. Think about your future. You're throwing away everything for a woman who's going to drag you down. She'll be a burden, not a partner.
You don't know her. And frankly, I'm done trying to make you see her for who she is. If you can't respect the woman I love, you don't get a say in my life anymore.
You are making a huge mistake.
Maybe I am, but it'll be my mistake to make. And one more thing.
What?
I'm gonna talk to that patient, the one you brushed off. I want to hear his side of the story. If what he said is true, Mom, then people deserve to know.
Keith, don't you dare!
I'll do whatever I think is right. Goodbye, Mom.
Jessica, you need to stop blowing up my phone. Whatever you're about to say, save it.
Oh no, you're not ignoring me this time. What is Keith thinking? Where is he? I need to talk to my son right now.
You can't. He blocked you. Deleted your number too. He made it pretty clear he's cutting ties.
Then you tell him right now. You call him and tell him to answer me immediately.
That's not happening. Keith said, and I quote, "I'm done. I'm never talking to her again. Do you understand what cutting ties means?"
This is outrageous, and this is your fault. Everything is falling apart because of you.
No, Jessica. Everything is falling apart because of you. The fallout at the hospital? That's not on me. Keith gave people the courage to speak up. People who've been holding back for years. You brought this on yourself.
Don't you dare twist this. I didn't do anything wrong. These so-called victims are just hypersensitive, whining about every little thing. I'm tired of people pretending to be oppressed when they made their own lives miserable.
There it is. Finally showing your true colors. Took long enough.
My true colors? Are you listening to yourself? Because of you, my hospital's reputation is in ruins. I've poured decades into building something respectable, and now you come waltzing in with your self-righteous attitude, dragging us all down. You're a curse on this family.
A curse, huh? Well, if exposing the truth counts as bringing misfortune, then you're welcome.
That smug little tone of yours makes you sound like some uneducated brat who doesn't understand consequences.
Uneducated or not, I'm grateful Keith isn't tied to you anymore. Honestly, it's refreshing to see him finally draw the line. You're lashing out because you can't control him anymore.
Don't get comfortable. Trust is something I can rebuild. People will see the truth about me eventually. I've spent my entire career giving back to society. I've saved lives, donated millions, organized medical relief programs. All of that speaks for itself.
Sure, Jessica. Meanwhile, the very society you gave back to is watching everything unfold in real time. You might want to check the news feeds.
What do you mean?
I mean, the whole conversation is out there, right now. People are watching.
What? What the hell do you mean, watching?
I've been recording since the second you started hurling insults. Pressed publish a few minutes ago. You've been on live stream this entire time.
You what? You trapped me. You set me up like some kind of sewer rat.
You started texting me, Jessica. You started this. I didn't have to set you up. All I did was hit a button and let you reveal exactly who you are.
You think this justifies destroying my entire life? Ruining my reputation? I raised Keith. I gave him everything.
And yet you thought that gave you the right to demean everyone beneath you, including me, including my parents, and apparently your own patients. Actions have consequences.
Consequences? Don't you dare lecture me about consequences when you're deliberately humiliating me in front of the entire world! You went nuclear when you could have just talked to me!
Talked? Jessica, you've never listened to anyone but yourself. Every conversation with you is just you talking at people, not with them. And now the public finally gets to see the woman behind the mask.
This is going to destroy me. Do you even realize what you've done? This is my career, my life's work, and you're sitting there acting smug while I watch everything burn because of you.
No, Jessica, it's burning because of you. You stood on a pedestal for years, treating people like they were beneath you, and you thought you were untouchable. Guess what? You weren't!
God, you're insufferable. Always pretending you're some moral authority when really you're just a nobody who got lucky enough to marry into a good family. Don't forget where you came from, Sarah.
Oh, believe me, I haven't. And that's exactly why I can see right through you. You've spent so long crafting this fake image of being charitable and compassionate, but the moment someone scratches beneath the surface, this is what comes out.
You're trying to destroy my family. You want to turn Keith against me completely, don't you?
Keith turned against you on his own. He saw the messages. He saw how you treated my parents. He's done watching you manipulate and demean everyone around you.
Unbelievable. I raised him to be better than this. I gave him everything he has. Without me, he wouldn't have his education, his career, you.
And yet, here we are. He chose to walk away. That should tell you something.
You and your sob story narratives about being mistreated. You pushed him into this.
Jessica, I didn't have to push him anywhere. You did all the work yourself. You insulted his fiancé, disrespected her family, dismissed his feelings, and now you're shocked he doesn't want anything to do with you?
You act like I'm the villain here. Do you have any idea how many people depend on me? I've dedicated my life to medicine, to helping people. And this circus is what I get in return?
Funny how the people who talk the loudest about helping others are usually the ones hurting them behind closed doors.
This is slander. Pure slander. I'll get my lawyers involved. You and Keith will regret this.
It's not slander if it's your own words on video. Good luck with that lawsuit. After everything that happened, Keith, Jessica, and her husband found themselves at the center of massive public backlash. What began as whispers and rumors quickly erupted into a full-blown scandal that the media feasted on for weeks. Headlines called them out for their hypocrisy and cruelty, and people across the country expressed their outrage on social media, in protests, and even in formal complaints. Jessica and her husband had built their reputation on being pillars of the community, trusted medical professionals running a respected hospital, engaging in community outreach, and presenting themselves as role models. But when the truth came out, that carefully constructed image crumbled overnight. They were forced to step down from managing their hospital, giving up their ownership rights entirely. What had once been a thriving institution under their leadership was now a source of shame. Patients left in droves. Sponsors pulled their funding. Their professional credibility evaporated. Worse yet, as the controversy grew, former patients began coming forward with troubling claims. Several individuals testified that they had experienced discriminatory remarks and behavior while under Jessica's care. At first, these allegations were brushed off as isolated incidents, but as more people came forward and new evidence surfaced, it became undeniable. Jessica's actions were not just unkind, but they were harmful. She had treated people unequally based on their background, appearance, and status. It was the kind of conduct that should never be tolerated in the medical field, and society responded accordingly. As if that wasn't enough, yet another scandal emerged. It turned out that Jessica's highly publicized community outreach programs had not been the pure-hearted charity work she had claimed. Investigators uncovered financial records showing that she had been working with private corporations to funnel funds back into her own pockets under the guise of charity. What was meant to be a symbol of her altruism was, in reality, another avenue of greed. She wasn't just a doctor who had hurt people. She was a manipulator who had profited off her lies. Legal action followed swiftly. Not only did she lose her license, but the courts also ordered her to pay substantial damages. The lawsuits piled up, and the financial burden became overwhelming. In the end, she and her husband were left drowning in debt. The very society that once celebrated her now viewed her as a cautionary tale of arrogance, corruption, and cruelty. Every news channel covered the story relentlessly. It was deemed one of the worst betrayals of public trust by a healthcare professional in recent memory. And to think, all of this began with what should have been a simple marriage introduction. I had only meant to meet my fiancé's parents. To extend the traditional courtesy of greeting my future in-laws, I never could have predicted that the polite formalities of a visit would end in such catastrophic exposure. But in hindsight, I'm grateful. I'm proud even. Not everyone gets the chance to reveal the truth about someone so dangerous and powerful. In a strange, roundabout way, I suppose I did my part in contributing to society by helping unmask their true nature. As for Keith, the man I fell in love with, he was crushed. Learning that the people who raised him were capable of such manipulation and cruelty shattered something in him. He apologized to me deeply, not for their actions, but for bringing me into their orbit. He had no idea what they were truly capable of, and his guilt over that ate away at him for a while. But I told him honestly, I don't blame you at all. If anything, I told him it was all kind of entertaining in a dark, dramatic way. I wasn't traumatized by what happened. I was relieved that everything came to light, and that I could walk away from the situation without regrets or secrets. Eventually, Keith and I got married. We decided that we wouldn't let the shadows of his family's sins hang over our lives. Instead of cutting ties with the world or wallowing in the mess they left behind, we focused on creating something beautiful of our own. Now, we live together with my parents in a peaceful home full of warmth, respect, and mutual love. It's not extravagant. It's not built on anyone's status or legacy, but it's real, and it's ours. In our household, we've made a commitment to live with integrity. We talk openly about hard things, and we do our best to stay aware of how our actions affect those around us. I know now more than ever how important it is to reject even subtle forms of discrimination or arrogance, especially within families. It can be so easy to ignore small red flags because of love or tradition, but I've learned that accountability matters more than comfort. Looking back, it's still surreal to me that all of this happened. One moment, I was preparing for a polite conversation with potential in-laws. The next, I found myself inadvertently triggering a public reckoning for a pair of abusive frauds. It just goes to show how deeply some people are invested in their fake personas and how far the truth will go once it starts to unravel. I know Keith still struggles sometimes with the weight of it all. After all, these were his parents. No matter what they did, there's a part of him that will always remember them as the people who raised him, fed him, and tried to shape his future. But he also knows that love doesn't mean blind loyalty. He's come to understand that breaking away from toxic roots doesn't make him a bad son. It makes him a courageous man who chose a better path, and for that, I love him even more.